fantastic emoji stories. Biden and Trump, cast away.
Once upon a time, the world's political stage took an unprecedented twist. Joe Biden, the seasoned Democrat, and Donald Trump, the ever-flamboyant Republican, found themselves, of all places, stranded on a deserted island. While on their separate, yet coincidentally parallel, solo sailing adventures, a mysterious storm, swirling with the ferocity of 1,000 tweets, swooped both of their boats into its tempestuous tantrum. After a few disorienting hours, they washed up on an island, 1,000 miles from civilization. The backdrop of their new reality was palm trees, sand, and a surprising lack of Twitter notifications. As they regained consciousness, Trump was the first to spot Biden. "Joe, is that you? What are you doing here?" he squawked, in disbelief. Biden squinted across the beach. "Donald? Well, this is unexpected." Both men, for the first time in years, found themselves without their entourage, their teleprompters, their constant barrage of news reports. Their world was now an island, about a mile in diameter. The competition was no longer about the number of electoral votes, but about who could build the better shelter and find food. For the first week, they set up camps on opposite ends of the island, giving each other space. Trump was having a challenging time adjusting to the new diet. He was repeatedly caught trying to make a burger out of coconuts and was last seen making a fishing net out of his tie collection. On the other end, Biden was struggling to start a fire without his glasses, muttering something about clean energy and carbon footprints. But, after a week, they both realized they had to work together if they wanted to survive. Biden and Trump, begrudgingly coming to this conclusion, decided to combine their makeshift camps into one. One morning, as they ate a breakfast of shellfish and berries, Trump looked at Biden. "You know, Joe, I always thought your ideas were different. But, without you, I wouldn't have known that these purple berries were safe to eat." Biden returned the sentiment, admitting, "And I wouldn't have thought using your leftover Make America Great Again caps could catch so many fish." They both chuckled, a sound that had probably never been heard before, bipartisan laughter. One day, while exploring the island, they discovered a cave with markings that hinted at previous inhabitants. Biden, with a sense of historical reverence, admired the drawings. Trump, on the other hand, suggested renovating the cave into a luxury resort once they got off the island. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The two politicians learned to live together on the island, overcoming their differences, surviving, and maybe even understanding each other a little bit more. In the end, a passing cargo ship spotted the giant SOS sign they made from palm fronds and rescued them. As they boarded the ship, Trump looked at Biden and said, "When we get back, how about a golf match?" And so, they returned to civilization as two men who had found common ground on an island far, far away from the political battlefield. And, for the rest of their days, every time they had a political disagreement, they'd remember their time on the island and remind each other, "At least we're not trying to make a burger out of coconuts." And that, folks, is the tale of the unlikely island comrades, Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who learned that survival, humor, and a little bit of bipartisan camaraderie could bring even the fiercest of political opponents together.